Welcome back to Milk It Reviews. Right, slight apology if you've already seen my review on the Aggressor Parka. Right, I've refilmed it because there was some lighting issues surrounding the original one I put up a few days ago. Right, I'm going to cut to the chase. It's absolutely freezing at the moment. Right, it's about 1 degree below zero, so and I'm outside doing this. So, and apologies for a little bit of noise in the background if you can hear it. Right, the Aggressor Parka. Right, it's been about for a while in the 511 range. Right, it's an absolutely superb coat if you want something for extreme cold weather. Right, it works very, very well. Right, you've got a windproof stroke waterproof outer shell together with a removable colour coordinated fleece liner. Right, now all the zips that you see, well, it's the same as every 511 product, right? All the zippers are YKK, so there's no expense spared there. And you're certainly not going to encounter, well, hopefully you're not going to encounter any problems with those zips. I haven't touched wood as yet. Right, it's not just 511, anything I've got with the YKK zipper, right, I've not had any problems. All the press studs are prim snaps. Right, now you've only got to push these together and pull them apart just to see how you can just hear the strength of them. They're not going to come undone, right, when you're getting very active in this. Right, we'll start with the outer shell, right, and we'll run our way through it and then move on to the inner. Right, pockets first of all. On each sleeve, around about elbow length, you've got 2 pockets, right, and they are quite a size. Right, as you can see, you've got the same on the other sleeve. Right, you've got these nice tags on there to help you get them undone. And they're not awkward to use, right, that's the thing. When I first saw them, I thought they were going to be a little bit awkward to use there. Right, I've got the 5-in-1 jacket, in fact I'm wearing it at the moment, and on this, if you look at the review, your sleeve pockets are on the forearm and they work well. These work just as well. Right, you've got, in addition to that, your hidden pockets, right, and they are big. They're the full size around here. Right, loop side Velcro inside so that they are backup belt system compatible. Same on the opposite side. You've got, oh, just done it up. Right, you've got big pockets down the bottom here, and they are the size of this area here. Right, again, loop side, they're sort of like a fleece line side, so very, very good for keeping your hands warm. Double-ended YKK zipper, right, so that you can always undo it that little bit if you need some assistance when you're sitting down. Inside these bottom pockets, you have the adjuster shock cord for the bottom of the coat. Right, and you've also got the same on the fleece liner, right, when we move inside there in a minute. Right, up on the chest here, we've got same on both sides. We've got hidden ID panels, right, so you can have your unit badges or name tapes on those and actually just tuck them away inside when you're in covert mode and expose yourself once you're not in covert mode, but the same on this side as well. So we just turn the coat over. Right, on the back we've got, let's just straighten this out a bit, a bigger hidden patch panel in the back here. Right, these patch panels, they're all velcroed in, so you can remove them if you want to take them off. From some units, whatever, you'd have these silk screened. Others you might want to attach the loop side velcro to it, just so you've got velcro on badges, right, so the choice is, but you can actually remove these. The other good thing about it is, if you are a bit like me, you get one set of badges, right, the good thing about the 511 jacket that I'm wearing, the Aggressor, the other coats that you'll see, the Sabre jacket, the 3-in-1, the Bristol Parka, blah blah blah, right, you can actually move those panels around. So if you've got one set of badges that are attached, right, it's not as if you need lots of different patches for lots of different coats. Right, moving our way down, I must admit, I wonder what these were. Got one on each side. Right, I thought they were baton pockets initially. They're not. They are just straight pass-throughs for a radio mic lead. So if you've got your radio pack on your belt, you can pass the lead out through these panels as one of your side, just in case you're on left or right hand side. Coming down a bit further, you've got another pocket across the back here that runs right the way across. Right, and it's about this sort of width. Right, now I tend to keep gloves in there. Right, there's nothing else I've got that really goes in there. Move round to the sides. Right, you've got the ability, and this is worth its weight in gold, if you carry a sidearm. Right, this jacket obviously comes down to just below your jeans pockets, right, the bottom of your pockets. So you're going to need access to it. You can unzip these, and also the fleece liner. Right, hook that around your holster system, and just do this bottom popper up. So if you're in covert mode, and you've got it yourself in a position where you suddenly need access, you can either enter straight here, or undo this and the whole lot pulls up out of the way. Right, a very, very good addition, right, to this. The other little thing is, where it's really worth its weight in gold, is these added ventilation. I mean, I think we've all had that problem where we've worn that coat outdoors and then suddenly gone indoors and it's been a bit too warm for it. But this, on the outer jacket, this zip goes right the way up under your armpit through to roughly your elbow, right, so you can, and I do this a lot, right, you can unzip these when you go into stores and so forth, or if you're running into the office you can unzip them, and straight away you're not sweating inside it. Move on to the hood. Right, there's a lot of thought gone into the hood design. It's not just a bellows hood, right, there's a volume adjuster on the back, right, so if you need to adjust, right, the amount of hood that you've got available, right, that's where you can do that. Right, once this is all zipped up around your chin, this falls into a very nice fitting hood, especially if you've got a baseball cap underneath. Right, the peak of this comes out roughly to the end of the peak on your baseball cap. Right, if you're not wearing a baseball cap, you can adjust it with the volume adjusters either side. Right, or you can just cinch that right down around your face. Right, great idea, it works well. The hood itself you can roll up, store it in the collar, and the collar pops down on this line of poppers here. The zip itself is removable. The zipper itself, no, it's not. Right, the hood itself is removable with the zipper. So if you're in that sort of environment where you just don't need it, you can take it off. Sorry. To remove the fleece from the coat, from the outer, you've got 3 tags. You've got one here, which is on the collar. Okay, well, I'm doing that up. And then you've got them again down near your wrists in each sleeve. So just bear with me a second while I undo these. We'll take the fleece out, and you can see that. I think the idea of this gives great versatility to the coat. The fact that you've got these removable liners. The other way of looking at it, you're getting 2 coats for the price of 1, right? You'll get yourself a very good fleece. If you're looking for the grade of fleece, 511 don't actually state that, right? I'm going to fleeces that I've had in the past, and you find that the thinner ones are normally 200 or 100 Polartec, the heavy duty ones are more 300 Polartec. Right, this I would say is roughly 300 Polartec, so you're getting a good quality fleece jacket. And I've used my 5-in-1 jacket down to, I think it was about -11, right, and that was just with a polo shirt underneath it, and that was fantastically warm. This is going to be the same, if not a bit better. You've got extra length to the coat. The 511, if you look at the video on the 511, the 5-in-1, if you look at my review on that, right, it's a waist length jacket. Right, we're back on the fleece liner now. You've got your zip up hand warmer pockets. Right, you've got shock cord adjusters in those, as we have on the outer. Right, again, we just run through this again. Right, you've got the access to your belt equipment zip. The zip on this only goes up to here, so but that's more than enough. If you need a bit of extra ventilation and that's what you're undoing it for, then that's absolutely fine. You've got the same on the other side. Right, turning it so you can see the inside of this. It's not fully lined, right, it's just lined up to roughly just above your waistband. Right, you've got a nice big elastic topped pocket here, right, for taking notebooks, cell phones, whatever. And on this side, you've got an equally as large pocket, right, which is zipped. Right, across your shoulders. Just turn this round, that'll be better. Right, going right across your shoulders and down to your elbows. You've got this reinforcing panel, so if you're wearing a backpack or a side pack or so forth, right at the end of the day you're not going to go wearing your fleece out. And that then moves around to the underside of your forearms, right, which gives you that forearm protection. If anything like me, if you're leaning on things and what have you, this is going to take a brunt of it. Right, we just move the fleece to one side, right, because there's pockets on the inside of the outer shell. Right, right, again, this side is just a Velcro closure, but the pocket's this deep and it comes in about that size. It's about hand size, about roughly A5 size there. Right, and then on this side we've got approximately the same size but zipper closure on here. Right, so again, if you want to keep your cell phone in there, absolutely fine. Right, this jacket is actually my son's. He's 2 sizes smaller than me, so I can't put it on for you. Well, I can, but it's not big enough. Right, he uses this a lot, and I mean a lot, in this weather for duty work. It's proven to be exceptionally good. In fact, some of his colleagues have actually gone out and bought them, right, because of the versatility of it. Right, the fact you're getting 2 coats for the price of one, right, the fact that you've got the covert ability of the Aggressor, and the fact that it's superbly warm and it's waterproof. It's not leaked on him at all. He's had no leaks into the pocket, so I asked him before I had to book this to get it off of him so that I could video it. Right, but he's had no leakages whatsoever. Right, so another top-notch garment from 511. If you're new to Meal Kit Reviews, please hit the subscribe button. Right, there's a lot of new reviews that are due to come out. I've got some, probably 4 or 5 this week that are going to come out. Some of them are retakes because of the lighting issue, as is this. Sorry. So if you're a subscriber, then you get the updates either on your YouTube screen or via email, depending on how you've set it up. But thanks for watching. If you've got any questions at all, please drop me a line. I really don't mind answering your questions. I consider that's why I do this. Right, it just gives you the opportunity to see these garments up close, right, and in depth, and in that way, right, you'll be able to work out exactly what you're buying before you buy it. But so if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.